He is one of 4 players right now entering Week 11 with 4 figures of scrimmage yards, 1,079 yards from scrimmage for this dynamic player in year 2 from the Atlanta Falcons, courtesy of C4 Energy, is Bijan Robinson. How are you, sir?
Man, I'm doing awesome. I'm doing awesome. How you, Rich?
I am better for seeing you. How are you? What's going on in your world? What's going on in your
No,
world?
man. I mean, well, first off, obviously, I'm here with C4. I just want to, obviously say, like, I just appreciate being with them so much. They just give me so much energy, just, obviously in the gym, on the field, and, in my everyday life. And, I mean, I just appreciate, them, what they do for me, and how much we just built a connection and a brand, and, how much we get to just explore each other as partners. But, I really do just love them a lot. And I everybody that watches, your show, obviously, I just hope that they just, take a chance on C4, and, it's obviously, NSF approved. So, the safety is there, and whatever sport or workout or anything that they want to do, obviously, they can get as much as they want and feel safe with it. But, I appreciate C4 for always just, being the best for me and everybody else. But, man, I'm doing great. I'm doing great. Obviously last week was kind of tough with the loss, but, life's been good ever since I even started talking to you. And it's been a fun journey this season. But yeah, man, been doing good.
Has the game slowed down for you this year compared to last year, do you think?
Yeah, most definitely. Obviously, last year was my rookie year, so everything was it was like up and down. And I think with me, just like finding the speed and finding my comfort zone, it was more towards the end of the season of last year. But, with this year, it's my confidence level has been so big, and it's grown so much from my first year to obviously now. And man, it's been fun out there, just going out there and just playing free, just using God's gift and the gifts that He's given me, and doing whatever I can for the team. But it's definitely been a fun ride out there.
When you say play free, I know what you mean. I think most fans know what you mean. I'd love to know what it looks like within your own temples to play free, because most of us would watch it for free. You playing free. What do you mean by that, Bijan?
Yeah, it's just not thinking a lot. When you start to think, and not just with football, but in any profession, and you don't just do it gracefully, or do it with no pressure or anything on your back, like you perform a lot better. And with me, it was last year it was kind of tough, because I would have to learn so much during the week with plays, and I'll be doing stuff for like marketing stuff, and just trying to balance that had that healthy balance of the two was kind of what was getting me last year. But with this year, with my auntie and a marketing guy, Brian, and just everybody that's around me, to manage that schedule, so I can just go on the field and not have to think about nothing, just go out there and think about the plays that's about to get called and executed at the highest level, is the difference from playing free and not having to think about everything else around you, and bring it to the field.
So much discussed in last year about you not getting enough touches. That didn't come from you. It probably came from a lot of people who have you in fantasy football, certainly inside the 10,
Yeah.
But do you think you can get more touches? Have we seen the ceiling here, Bijan?
For me, man, it's whatever Coach Zach has for me during that week. Obviously the games and the situations will dictate on what we do. But I think just with me and Tyler, Tyler Algier, the other back, like we know how to play off each other so well. And, I really appreciate having him just out there with me, because, just having that balance and having just another dynamic player that can come in and, be just as effective on the field is always important. But I think, with the touches, man, I'm never a selfish player. Like, I think you just gotta make the most of, what you do get. And, every time you do touch the football, I just have to make it, exciting, and, do whatever I can to get our team and our offense on, in the highest level possible. But, yeah, I've never been the type to like go to the ops coordinator and be like, I have this many touches and I need this many. Like I just never been that guy. But I know that God has a plan for it all, and I'm continue to make the most out of what I do get.
Bijan Robinson of the Atlanta Falcons, fourth currently in the NFL in scrimmage yards, right here on the Rich Eisen Show. Can you jump backwards like Saquon? Do you have that move?
So like when he did that, I was watching it, and I was like, at first I was like, ain't no way that just happened. I was like, that couldn't have happened. He didn't jump over him. Like, he probably jumped on the side of him. But then when I saw the replay and he jumped completely over him, I was like, yeah, I got to try this. I got to try whether whether it's over a bag and just practice it a couple times, or just ask my coach to just run in front of me, and I'll just try to get behind you. Because that was insane. That was insane. But I think if I actually tried in the moment, I think I could get it. But I don't know. I don't know if I'll try that one.
Well, I mean, I guess, if you're not thinking out there and you're playing, that's playing free, right? Like, that's an example, right? That's an example of playing free right there. Correct? That's
absolutely playing free. Like, you're not thinking about nothing else except you in the grass and that defender, and you just got to just make the instincts happen. But that is absolutely playing free.
Yeah,
but there's like a difference between like playing free and then like being safe, because the last time I tried to jump over somebody, I almost broke my neck, and that was crazy. So yeah, it's that fine balance.
Yeah, playing free or playing out of your mind. I guess those are two different things right there. But
two different things.
Hey, but clearly you've got that physical skill set, which is why I ask. I'm not going to be asking too many others who play football, when they come on this program, if you have that. But I'm also just curious, what you think of when you see Saquon running like he's running. Kamara, who you just saw in person, and Derrick Henry. Those are the other guys like yourself who currently have over 1,000 scrimmage yards right now. What you think of when you watch them, Bijan?
Yeah, man. I mean, I think it's just, obviously cool that, the guys that are leading from scrimmage are all running backs. Obviously there's these like, should running backs get this or that, but I think just the value of our position is continue to grow every single year. And, just the three guys that you just named, like my respect for them is through the roof. And, I always try to just pick out, little things of what they do daily. And I talked to all three of those guys, and I actually just talked to Alvin, obviously, like last game. And after the game, I talked to him, and he's going to just help me out with some, little things with the body and how he continues to get his body back to health through the week. But, those guys right there are like obviously the top of the top in the NFL. And, with me trying to, obviously become them and become at that level every single day, it's been pretty cool to get to talk to them. And then even, Christian McCaffrey is another guy that I always talk to. He's just not coming back, but his work ethic and what he does, like it's a high level of respect for me. But yeah, those are the guys right there, and obviously I hope we continue to keep on just climbing and rising to the position. So you reached out to McCaffrey before, is what you're saying? You connect with him? Yeah. Absolutely. I always try to just text him and pick out little things that I can just ask him from like nutrition and what he does after football games and how he gets his body back to health, like before our first practice on Wednesday. And I always just like try to just nitpick those guys. And, with him, he's just now coming back. So, he has another plan for himself, but it's been good getting to have the respect from those guys and continue to let them coach me up on whatever I need to do. A few minutes left with Bijan Robinson of the Falcons here on the Rich Eisen Show. What has Raheem Morris said to you? Like, give me, if you don't mind, put me a fly on the wall of your new coach, dynamic guy, players guy, a man who holds people accountable as well. But what does he say to you? Yeah, no, I mean, me and Coach Morris have the best relationship, one of the best relationships that I ever had with a coach up to this point. Like, man, I mean, he's just such an energy setter. He's a tone setter. He's an amazing person, but, with him, like, he never has a bad day. And I feel like I I always say I never have a bad day since the second grade. Like that's my quote. And he's the exact same way. And me and him talk every single day. Just how am I feeling? Like how am I feeling about the game? What could I have done better? What could I have continued to get better at? Or just the good things as well. Like he's always what could you get better at? But then let's continue to make sure that the great stuff that you do is getting better and better every single day. And having him as a coach, man, it's definitely awesome. It's a blessing. Like we all love and respect him, but just my personal relationship with him has been awesome, man. Like have you met Coach Morris?
I have indeed. We had him on our show Friday. I've been around him for quite some time, sir, and he's the real thing.
He's the real deal. He's the real deal, and he's been a head coach before, but I know that this is his time, right now, and he's taking every opportunity, and he's done amazing with it. And I cannot wait to continue to keep on playing with him throughout my career. But yeah, he's definitely a godsend for me and for everybody, and I continue to just keep rolling with him.
Many different ways I could ask you about your quarterback, but I'll go this way. Kirk Cousins, the most surprising thing, or the thing he surprised you the most, is with something he's done on the field.
Yeah.
Or the fact that he can quote bankroll fresh before a game. Bijan. Which is most surprising for you?
I think the quote, Kirk has a lot of quotes, man. Like, obviously he's been in this time he's been around football and the world for a long time, and he's heard a lot of different things and experienced a lot of different things. But he's pretty caught up on the times when it comes to moving balls, and when it comes to just getting you hyped from things you probably don't expect him to say, but he knows it and he says it, man. But that's a guy that I really love and enjoy playing with, man. And just him being here on this team and having so much experience, and I mean, like he's helping me become the best leader I can be.
How so? How so? How's he doing that?
Just because, like, he's seen so much football, and I think he's grown as a leader throughout his years. And he obviously knows I'm a young player in the league, and he just wants to make sure that I'm always on target with what I have to do, whether it's in meetings, whether it's on the field, on the practice field, whether it's off the field. And I think he sees, like, obviously he's with a young group of guys around him, but for us becoming leaders just like he is what's going to take this offense to levels that people just really love to enjoy to see. And just having him there, man, I mean, he's been in the league for 13 years, and he's putting that 13-year mark on me and trying to become the best that I can be. But yeah, man, Kirk has been great, obviously, for this team, and I really enjoy it and appreciate him a lot.
C4, before I let you go, let's pound the table a little bit more for C4 and what it does for you and what folks might not know about it and what it can do for them. Bijan.
Yeah, so I mean, what it does for me, like, obviously it gives me a lot of just that extra energy, the extra boost that I need, whether it's working out. And I think for me is, I'm not a big truster in energy drinks except C4. And that's where it all started, because, just the safety level, I always am so worried about my body and what I put in my body. And with C4, like, I can put this in my body and feel the exact same and feel great and even feel improved on before I drank the drink. So, like, I think with other people, like, I see a lot of people have C4 now, and they always ask me, with what I do with them and how it helps me. And I'm like, this is something that you guys should definitely want to invest in from here on out, especially when you work out. Like, I got all my family on it, got all my friends on it, and, they don't go to nothing else. And on top of that, there's so much more than just the drink to drink for C4. Like, there's the powder, there's, so many other things that, tie into it that makes it the biggest brand possible. But I mean, it's just, and even the people, like, the people are amazing. So when you got the people, being amazing, then I feel like your brand and your company, your product is going to be amazing as well. And that's what it's done for me.
What a pleasure. I'd love to have you on more often, Bijan.
Absolutely.
I really would. Every single time you and I've gotten an opportunity to speak with you, I just really I leave smiling. I'm not gonna lie. And listen, I don't want to put any pressure on. Certainly, since you said you need to work on things to get that leap backwards that Saquon is now officially patented. But you are playing this weekend in Denver, and the altitude might be the time to try it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just saying.
It could be a good opportunity. And even how was it talking with Jonathan?
Oh, you're talking about Brooks? You're talking about, or who?
Jonathan Davis.
Say it again. Oh yes. Oh yeah. Now we oh, that's right. We tried to FaceTime you.
I know. I was at practice.
We tried to FaceTime you. How did you get to know him?
So we met back in Texas when I first got there.
Yeah.
That's when we met, and it was like during that COVID time, and then it was through one of my other teammates, my other best friend, Joseph Osai, and they know each other for a really long time. And then after we met and connected, then we all just became brothers, best friends. And ever since that day, we've stayed in touch every single day, and I see him all the time. So that is my brother right there. And when I saw you two together and you sent me that picture in the FaceTime, I was like, man, that's pretty awesome. That's crazy.
He couldn't have been nicer. And he's put you in Outer Banks, right? You've been in a couple episodes.
Yeah. So I was in one of the episodes in this past season right here.
Okay.
Hopefully if they hopefully continue, then I hope I can be in some more too, which would be cool.
Yeah, I don't see that show losing much of its steam, Bijan. I think it's going to be around. So if you want to be part of it more, I'm sure. Listen, thanks for the time here. Look for my texts, calls, FaceTimes, all of that stuff. Really enjoy watching you do what you do. And thanks for coming on and sharing the time, and also with C4. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, appreciate you, Rich.
Right back at you. Bijan Robinson of the Atlanta Falcons right here on The Rich Eisen Show. Catch The Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku Channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.